Alright, chat, what is up? So, upon further inspection of my hexapod, I can see that it does this. One advantage to the servos I'm using is they have infinite rotation, meaning that I can go like this. So, in order to take full advantage of that, I will be implementing a more curved, forgot what it's called, femur. But in order to do that, I must first figure out how to do sketches. So, we're gonna redo this part of the leg. And it definitely needs to be thicker. This looks a little skinny. I feel like it might snap. Okay, so this is 45. Also, you might see a different theme because I changed it, obviously. So yeah. And we will go from here to here. And the distance from here to here will be femur, like so. I really want to be able to change the curvature, the amount of curvature. I feel like that would be pretty epic, but not sure how to do that yet. So far, say I want to do something like this. Right, and then do one like, if I feel like it shouldn't be here, I feel like it should be, oh wait, maybe it should be like, okay, wait a second. Just maybe this should be perpendicular. This and this should be perpendicular. Okay, this might be a good idea. Because if this is perpendicular, right, and we do a somewhere over there. Okay, let's do this on this side too. We can also make this equal to this. But maybe the opposite way? I don't know why it's... Okay, there we go. Now it's equal. Now if we make it perpendicular to this seems pretty promising. Now we can go from here, here, to here. Okay, I forgot to click that. Okay, here, here, and here, and press this. Now we can do set length from here to here. Okay, yes. Length from here to here to be 45. Or however long this is. Parameters, modify, change parameters. Okay, this will be femur. What would be this? Let's call it height. Femur underscore height. Right now it's 45. Let's go to 50. Click OK. So we can call this femur height and femur height. I feel like the more I do this, the better I will get. I mean, obviously, that's stupid. Oh my, okay, maybe I would change my mind. What is this? What just happened? Okay, that's not what I wanted. Pause. Maybe if I fix this point, also fix this point, and let me try something. If I fix those 2 points and then go here, make this 200, make this like 150. Would this be fine? It can't. It's not fine because it's actually... Okay. Unfixed one of them. Uh, femur height. Nice. Femur height. Okay, there we go. So all we need to do is fix one in position so it doesn't wiggle around everywhere. Okay, now... Whoa! Hang on a second. Hang on just 1 second. All I have to do is move this point. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're definitely getting somewhere. This is exactly what I was looking for. Now we just need to find this so that it's perpendicular to this. So we can just use this constraint to this. And of course you can't do that for some reason. Okay, anyways. Would this help with anything? Let's see here. Is there a... What is this? Curvature? Okay, maybe not that one. Blend curve. Huh, okay. So if I... What did I just do? Did I just figure it out? Chat? I might have just done something. I'm not entirely sure what I did. Okay, I didn't do anything. Okay, so we do have a way to move this now. I just want it on the deep, like the biggest point on the circle. How do I do that? Why would it not be a perpendicular? We want this line to be perpendicular to this, but we can't do that. Okay, tangent, tangent, tangent. Oh my gosh, okay. I feel like it should be tangent, no? It should be, right? Okay, let's see. Tangent to this. No, what's happening? What if I... Wait. Wait, if I can click the circle, what else? What can I have? I can have curvature, this line, with this line? Wait a second, guys. Might have figured it out. No, I didn't. This isn't right. Or we could go by I and see where... Okay, so there's two things. We can go by I, or we can spend a little bit more time. They share a common line. Oh, not that. Midpoint. Not midpoint either. Clicking the circle, let's see what we can do. We can use fix on fix, concentric, two arcs. Maybe this, actually. This with this? No. Concentric, not collinear. Okay, maybe not this either. I really feel like it should be tangents. So we need this line to be tangent to this line, but it does something wonky. Okay, let me think. Okay. Still can't figure it out. Blend curves. Create a tangent curvature continuous blend curve between endpoints of 2 sketch. Maybe it's this. Chamfer, not chamfer. Extend. Blend curve. This one. Okay, that blends it like that. Wait a second. Wait a second. What if we do blend this one with this? Okay, we might be... Okay, never mind. What is that? You know, let's just try to do... How about we just... Go to sketches, right? And name this sketch something so we can come back and change anytime we want to. What is this called? Femur? How do we feel about this? This looks pretty good, right? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Except this is broken. Great. How can we make this side the same as this side? Is there a symmetric? Well, this is not very good. That if this can change, we can do a equal constraint. This should be equal with this. That changes this. Okay. Parallel. What can we change? What can we change? I mean, I guess we could do auto constraint. And then just make everything the same, maybe? Okay, I'm just gonna click OK for now. 130, what would happen? Okay, I don't think that's what we're looking for. I want to make this angle the same as this angle, but an opposite. I guess we can do a... Okay, I know what we can do. We can do a... We can go from this dot to middle. Let's call this... So 86 looks pretty good. So we should probably go from here to here, 86 to 86. And then now we can go from this dot to this point. And we do 115. And we can go from this point to this point. 5. Okay. Now everything should, in theory, be lined up. I think. Sketch 10. I mean, this looks alright. This looks like too much of a right angle. Okay, yeah, let's go. Okay, yeah, this is what we need. Constrain this. Okay, why is that vertical? What? Okay, come on. Constrain this. Constrain this. Do it auto constrain. This is definitely a pain to look at, but it's fine. Do a 60 here also. Okay, this looks less like a right angle, looks more like a poop now. So maybe we can do Go back, go back. Don't want all that. Let's see here. So maybe we want to go 120 here. Okay, yeah, this is all we need. 120. Okay, this looks less like a poop. I think we need a... But is there a way we can adjust the angle? I mean, we could just drag this and it would be good, mostly. Let's see here. I still can't figure out if there's a way where I can... Wait a second. Okay, there, that's perfect. Wait, can I just make this perpendicular to this? Not perpendicular, tangent? Not tangent either. What is it? Not perpendicular, right? This perpendicular. I can't even do that. Wait, maybe it is tangent this entire time. Wait a second. If it is, I'm gonna feel so stupid. Genuinely. Wait a minute. Can't constrain it because of some of these stuff. Okay, now we should be able to do a question mark. Wait, Control Z? Okay, so yeah, it absolutely is this. This is what we needed all along. Great. We need to delete this equals. Actually, we don't need to delete that equals. Let's just tangent everything to this for now. Okay, what do we have? What is this? Tangent to this. No, no, no. I messed it up again. Maybe not this. Wait, is it already tangent? It's not. It shouldn't be, right? Okay, so let's do a tangent this to the... Okay, we need to fix this point perhaps, and then we can do a tangent. Okay, that looks pretty promising. Now we can do it equals. This should be equal to this. And now we can change... Okay, now we can change this to match that. Okay, so this... Okay, yes, this is what we need to be doing. Okay, yes, this seems pretty good, I think. Okay, let's do a tangent to the... Okay, wait. There's probably some... Yep. Tangent to this, like so. Now we can do a parallel, not parallel, equals. This should be equal to this. Like so. Finish sketch. Okay, great. I messed it up. Okay, I'm gonna finish sketch. Delete this. Go back to sketch. Okay. 10. There's a problem with the geometry. Why is there a problem with the geometry? What do you mean? That's not a very good thing. How is that? Okay, so this works. I don't know why. What if I just go like this? 10. Okay. This seems pretty promising. Now, if I ever need to change anything, I just go down here and drag this around, which I can't drag for some reason. Oh well, I'm sure it's fine. I can figure it out later. Now we have something that's more curved. Turn off the sketch. And finally in the correct shape. Yep. Now we can do a create sketch here and do a 25, 5, and then actually, let me think. Yeah, before we do this, let's go over here, body 28, copy paste. There we go. And then get rid of this. We can just create a new sketch. Okay, now that we're here, we can go 25, 5. Okay, now we can do a M25. Center point is right here. We need to do 8. Click OK, and then let's see. Now we can do a mirror. Mirror across this. Okay, why is this there? And then also 12.5. 12.5. I'm also considering what I should do for this 12.5. I think what I'm going to do actually is not do a 12.5. Yeah, I think I've actually am not going to do a 12.5. Instead, what I'm going to do actually is I will do something in a second that will make sense. Extrude. Just extrude all the way through. Now I can go on this side and do create 0.5. This will be a 20. Pause. Let me think. Okay, now we need to do a 30.5. 30.5. Let's check. This should, in theory, be 200. Okay, that's good. Take this, extrude -3. And now we can do a create sketch and do a 12.5. Project this entire thing. Do a 12.5 here also. Negative 1 -1. Is that good enough? I'm pretty sure. Okay, we can measure the full distance of this. It's 6.5. The from not that is 6.55, so we need to do 1.5. Okay, so negative 1.5, like so. Nice, okay. Now we need to do it in 3i. So create copy and just the M3. M3. Extrude all the way through, just like that. Now we can create our, let's see here. We can create our, actually we don't need to do this, we can just mirror it across. Alright, so from here to here, no longer need this. From here to here, we can do a offset of everything, -10. Definitely need at least 10 millimeters of space. Offset, -6. Okay, this looks pretty good. So we can just, mirror this across this, click OK. And also, yeah, I'm just gonna do this instead of mirroring it. This, extrude, can go all the way through. Okay, yeah, this looks not bad. Okay. Alright, so what I can do is take this, copy paste, and move it over here. And now I can just do a create sketch, extrude, -10. Okay, what did I do? Here, extrude, -9, -10, I mean. And do a join. Also this one too. Nice, okay. So we'll have one going here, and then we'll have another one. Create sketch with a 15. Extrude 5. Okay, this is pretty good. So we'll have this on this side, this on this side. So create a sketch. This to here. This to here. Okay, definitely want to be able to change this. I think I'm just gonna make it simple and just go straight up and down. Let's go 25. This way we can just mirror this across this, and then do a continuous. How do I make this? Okay, offset -10. Perfect, nice. Okay, yeah, this is pretty good. Is this vertical? Why does this seem not vertical? It is vertical. It's an illusion. Okay, there we go. Okay, how much do we need to go with? So from here to here, I think it was 58. Okay, so extrude 58. And this will be a new body. Okay, this looks pretty good. Now we can do a not a join yet. So we would need to have the mounting holes somehow. Can we move this up and over? Wait a second, let's move it down first. Make sure it matches up. There we go. Now we can move it up. 58, so that's right. So now I can just go right here, create sketch, and do a project. Wait, why is it offset? I meant project. I was wondering why it was not working. Okay, so we can just do a center here to here, here to here, and here to here, and here, and we can do an offset of -5. M3I. Okay, not M3I, just M3. We'll do it from this distance to this by 5. This will be the most optimal. We'll have 5 on every side. Extrude. Cut. Okay, perfect. So, create component from body. Create component from body. Create component from body. Now each of these are components, we can go ahead and mount them. And before we do that, let's get rid of this component. Joint this one with this component right over here. Click OK. For this, let's go with this. Go away for now. This component with this component. Click OK. Okay, now we can do a revolve of let's see here. This component with this component. This looks good. Make sure it's revolve around, no, not z-axis. X-axis? No, y-axis. Okay. Maybe z-axis. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, perfect. Now we can see we have a whole very, very great range of motion with this part. You can literally stack this entire thing like this, which is crazy. All right. Maybe this is too much, but I'm not sure though. And then we'll have a leg out like this. Okay, I think this actually looks pretty nice. Okay. Okay, not bad, not bad. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Let's keep going? Question mark? I feel like creating the rest of the leg will be the most difficult part. I think for this build, I'm going to stay away from fillets and just go for chamfers. Actually, I'm not sure though. Chamfers look nicer for builds like this, in my opinion. Okay, for example, if we did 2. Yeah, that looks so good. Or 3. Yeah, that looks pretty good too. 4. Probably won't go for. Maybe we'll go for 4. Maybe we'll go for 3. 3. Okay, 3 would be 3.3. Technically, would be the best because I think everything would be since everything's 10. This is around 10. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Obviously, we need to create some form of cooling for these servos somehow. Not sure yet. It'd be a pretty cool idea to add some fans. That would be so overkill. We could even add a chamfer here. If we added a chamfer like so, this would sit pretty nicely on here. Okay, that looks pretty cool actually. And this will give us a lot of room to be able to fold the legs actually. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, if we added a chamfers here, maybe here we'll add fillets. The entire leg can collapse in on itself and become a very, very, like a spider that's dead, essentially. Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea. But we will leave that to the end. I don't want to add any fillets yet. And I probably need to add some stuff here because this looks a little ugly. I want to add camouflage too. That'd be so epic. Okay. Okay, so let's actually remember we need to go to the body, copy paste, move the body out here, and create a new component from body. Now that we have this, we can mount this to the servo by doing what? By doing a join here and here. Okay, this is awesome. Okay, I don't know why it's rigid. And then we need to do a flip and rotate by 90. Perfect. Whoa, okay, this is awesome. Alright, now that we have this going on here, how do we do the legs? That's a very great question. Actually, let me try one thing real quick to see if this would mess anything up. If we change this to 220. So I think changing the parameter absolutely does nothing. So I did not make it correctly, but we'll worry about that when, if ever that actually comes in, that if ever that actually matters. Which I doubt it will too much because I'll just make a new one. But I should probably learn how to do it eventually. Eventually. Not right now, I don't feel like it. Okay, why am I not able to... Oh yeah, right here. Let's see here. Okay, perfect, question mark. Let's go into lock this. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, this is going to be very, very crazy. Lock this one, unlock this one. Now we should be able to look at this. Around right here. The leg can literally just fold on itself and it will sit right here. Perhaps we will add a chamfer here. Like so. The leg can just sit on this basically. Awesome. Okay, I don't know why I can't move anything. I think everything's locked, but... Okay, there we go. Okay, so how do I go about making this? This will be quite challenging. This will be the most challenging part. But I'm sure we can figure it out. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I have no idea. Obviously want a shape that looks like this. Why don't we go ahead and just make something random and hope it works? I mean, it's already looking a lot better than whatever this is. Like, non-symmetrical, looks ugly, nothing fits. Everything fits a lot more symmetrical. Definitely need to figure out the cooling still, but we'll figure that out later when we get there. Let's go ahead and take this. I'm not looking at the right thing. Okay, there we go. Copy paste. Copy paste. And also we need to do the body. I completely forgot about that. We'll do that last. Because the body will be... I don't think it'll be that hard, right? Right? I'm sure it'll be pretty chill. Okay, anyways. Let's lock in here. What am I doing? Okay, yeah, this part. The tibia. Which will be the... probably the longest. Or just a little bit... maybe like 250, 300 millimeters. 200 millimeters is quite long. This will be quite a big robot. I mean, I'm gonna obviously do one test leg first, see if everything works. Probably not gonna work, and I have to redesign everything because nothing is parametrically correct. So I can't really change anything and make it work correctly, which is quite annoying. But oh well. Wait, what if I? Okay, that looks stupid. Okay, let's continue on with the builds somehow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so what do we do? It's a good question. I have absolutely no idea. Okay, so from here to here and here. here to here is 7. I want, okay, so let's see here. So I know that I want 10 at least. And this is 30, so it'll be 25. So from here to here it needs to be 25. And we can mirror this across, perhaps. And this way, what we have actually is this, and okay. Let's go like this for now. Alright, nice, okay. And we also want, let me measure from here to here. This should be exactly 15. It is, nice. And assuming everything is correct, this should also be 15, which I would check in a second. Let's just go from here to here. This should be 30. That's 30. Okay, great. Let's here. We want the feet to be somewhere down here. So what if we just go like this, 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 okay, and then this, 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 and click OK. Chat, I think we've finished. This seems pretty promising. Obviously not, because it's not done the correct way, but do I care? No. Yeah, I actually do a little bit, but for now, I don't care. And this looks pretty good. From this point to this point, let's check the distance. From here to here, 269. Yeah, looks good enough. Yeah, we can bring this on if we want. Oh wow, that looks very menacing. I think this is good. Because if we go too far, that won't be too good, right? Okay, so let's just check something. Let's do some calculations, okay? From here to here is, let's say 300. From here to here is 200. Yeah, okay, so let's go on ChatGPT, right? Pause. GPT. Okay, so I say 150 kilogram centimeter servo with a moment arm of, so 200 plus 300, so 500 millimeters. What is the, what can it lift at the end? So this is the maximum reach. Torque with force times distance. Okay, correct. 50. That's correct. So it can lift 3 kilograms. 6.6 pounds. That's an absolute max. So at absolute max, we have the arm reaching completely straight out. 50 millimeters plus the body length, which should be another 100 millimeters, assuming somewhere around there. 100, maybe a little bit more. Let's do 200 just to be safe. So the hexapod will span a, okay, what is this? From here to here is 500, plus from here to here is 120,000. 123. Okay, so 123 times 2. 120 times 2 plus, say, 100 for the body plus 500 for the legs. We have 800. Wait, no, plus another 500 for the other leg. We have 1,340 millimeters. 1340. So 1340 millimeters in in inches. So it's 52 inches, which is, wait, 52 inches in feet. Divided by 12 is going to be 4 feet. So this will be a pretty massive robot. Total wingspan of 4. This might be too big. I'm sure it'll be fine, right? Right? I'm sure it will be fine. Alright, let's keep going with the build. Okay, this... And then say we want to actually... Can we move this? Okay, we can't move this. Let's offset this by -10. Offset this, -10. Okay, why did I do +10? Okay, wait, maybe it is +10. There we go. Alrighty, this looks pretty promising. Okay. Okay, how do I... What if I just go like this, and then... Boom. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, let's go from here to here. I'm sure this will align, right? 10. Everything is 10. Boom. Done. Hexapod done, guys. This looks absolutely menacing. Look at this absolute crazy engineering. Alright, anyways. Let's go back here. What am I doing? What is all this? Yep, this is exactly what I was looking for. So, let's make this go away. Let's make this go away. And then let's bring it back because we actually need it. Let's put this... Okay, I'm gonna lock this joint. I don't want to accidentally be moving it. Making sure everything's locked. Alright, great. Now let's put this on the servo. How do I do that? Create components from bodies. Nice. Now we can do a... let's go with... Let's go with... Okay, yeah, this is frying my brain. It should be this one with this one. Okay, why is it rotating, man? Rigid. Okay, now it's tripping. Now we need to rotate by 180. Okay, this is 90. 180, yep. Awesome. This looks absolutely terrific. Okay, so this extrude out right here. This extrude out right here. Dude, I'm actually so happy with this design. It looks so good. Absolutely stunning, except for maybe this needs some change. Maybe something like this instead. Feels like there's a little... I'm sure we can overlook it. It'll be fine. The sketch, we should probably rename the sketch. How do I rename? What is this? Tibia. I'm the king of absolutely no constraints, no nothing, just hopefully it works. And this is definitely, most likely, going to be too big. And it probably won't even fit anywhere. How am I supposed to bring this anywhere? Oh, I mean, I can just disassemble it. Never mind. That'll work. Okay, what am I doing? Oh yeah, this side now. This is gonna use up like 10 kilograms of filament, and then the robot's gonna weigh 50 pounds, and then the servos won't even be able to support it. Anyways, what am I doing now? Yes, this body right here. Control copy, paste, and I want to move it over by 20 plus 10, which is 30. Exactly, that's what I meant. Now we can bring this out. Which one is this? 34. We can create component from bodies and mount this somehow onto here. I think this one? Yes. No, yes. Rotate by 180? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Click OK. Now it's frozen. Great, okay. So extrude out right here, which is 4.91. What? Okay, something is not aligned. Okay. Try again. This one will mount to this. And we will rotate by -90. Extrude out right here. Okay, why is that not aligned? Do we care? No, we don't care. Should we care? Absolutely, because this looks a little not as expected. But I'm sure after a few presses of a button, like so, everything is no big deal. Look at that, no big deal at all. Oh yeah, we should probably okay, should probably add a few things here every once in a while. Maybe one here, and then one here. Maybe 3 in total. How do I do such a thing? Okay, looks good here. Looks good here. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. Up, easy. Absolutely easy. -10. Wow, I'm such a mechanical engineering designer person. That looks absolutely terrific. Something feels off, but I'm not gonna look too deep into it. Actually, what I should have done is create a new body. Now I can take this. Where's that? Okay, where is this? Seriously. Okay, where? Find a browser. Control copy. Move this over by 30. Copy paste. Move this over by 30. This right here. Wait, where is this? Where? What? I'm tripping. Okay, there. Paste by 30. Come on. There we go. Combine this and this. This. Combine this, this. That looks so good. Maybe perhaps we could somehow. I probably need to do something like that, or a chamfer, or a fillet. Fillet's probably better here to hide everything. Yeah. Fillet's good. I'm sure we can do that later though. Now we need to add a few things in between. Add a leg sensor. Let's see here. Should probably have some along the way. Okay, wait. After all this hard work, let's see how good this folds. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. I can't believe I'm so smart. I came up with this design myself. After stealing everybody else's, like, after watching everybody else's video, stealing their design, claiming it as my own, because I remixed it. Okay, 7. Now that I did this, I can literally fold this all the way here. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go to relationships. This one right here, I'm gonna lock this, unlock this. Once I add some chamfers, it will go like this. This is a very compact design. Like, this is crazy how compact this can get. I could potentially even make it go more. But, okay, no. That's not necessary. Oh, wait, what am I doing? This is... Okay, this is the wrong place, actually. You know what? It's enough admiring. Let's get back to the real part that we need to be focusing on. Yep, let's go back. Wait a minute, this looks a little wrongly curved. Let's go back into the sketch. You know what? Let's not change it. I don't feel like changing it. I feel like it would make it break, and I don't want to break it. Okay, so we need... So we have a lot of support bracing here. We need some support bracing here and here. I obviously need to add a spring somehow. Quite complicated, and then a limit switch. Or like a lever switch thing. Some type of switch. Some type of switch. Some type of switch. To know when the hex... Okay, we need a lot of travel. I want a lot of travel. It's gonna be able to... We're gonna be able to have a lot of space because most of this is completely flat, essentially. So it can travel all the way back in here. So let's do like... How much travel should I get? 20 millimeters of travel. Maybe that's not enough. 30, 40, 50... I don't even know. Okay. A lot of travel here. A lot of springs. I do have a lot of springs, actually. Maybe I can just use the springs I already have. So I do see some people using 3D printed parts. But, you know me, why would I make a spring out of 3D printed parts when I can use actual springs, right? So, how would I have to mount everything? Before that, let's actually... create a sketch here. let's not do this part right now. Let's just admire the design and make a new copy of this design. Save as v2 hexapod uh, leg chamfer. Okay. Now maybe we should add chamfers to everything and try to print it out and see what it looks like, perhaps. And maybe add some sort of hole. Maybe like this. Not sure yet. Let's see. How can I even do that though? That's a good question. I don't even know because this isn't a flat surface. I can't even create a sketch here. Can I construct a plane? I can't even construct it. That's stupid. This is quite annoying. And this is not flat either. Okay, let's see what needs to be a chamfer, what doesn't. So obviously this needs to be a chamfer. You know what? As much as I want to do that right now, let's focus on what is more important, which is finishing the rest of the design. And in order to do that, let's open up a new design and make the body? Perhaps we could just salvage this design. But why would we do that when we could create a new one? And at this point, I'm gonna end this video and work on the body next time.